Bible was almost unspeakable.
We are all evil in some form or another. I'm not guilty.
The dead won't bother you. It's the living you gotta worry about.
If I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I could keep their skeletons.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Taste Crime Podcast. I'm Vicky.
I'm Rachel.
And we have a very special guest in the studio with us today, Miss Caitlin Skibidi, friend of the show, friend of me for a very long time.
Yes.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you.
Yes, you're here.
Yes, Caitlin. So Caitlin and I were roommates in college.
Yes, good times for all.
It was a time. Yeah, it was.
We were just reminiscing about some of those times.
For sure. It was college. And this is so funny. It's like worlds colliding for me, right? Because Rachel and I went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rachel and I went to high school together. And now our moms, well, forever, our moms have been good friends also.
Got it.
They're
So,
like besties. They go on vacation together.
So you saw me in my high school years.
Yep. Tori.
Caitlin saw the aftermath. Me
we got the
going to
full
college.
spectrum of Vicky. You know?
Things have really evened out for me. Let me just say that. Things have very, very much evened out for me.
Absolutely.
Luckily, we're all functioning adults now. That's all we can say.
You're
for
so
it.
funny.
It's so true. Listen, you gotta
She's so
pretend.
funny.
You gotta pretend sometimes. Yeah. No, I mean, functioning enough.
Right.
True.
We make it through our day to day sometimes.
Yeah.
That's plenty.
Yeah. I mean,
fine.
y'all have kids, so like, I
Yeah.
feel like you guys are on a different level of functioning than I am.
Sure.
I'm not
That's
saying
true.
I'm not
She's
like
making it through the day. Sticky.
Yeah.
I am, but in a very different way.
overwhelmed. Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Crying.
in a different way.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're not that much different from you. We're just, to add a little human to take care of.
I just have
Yeah.
my plants. I keep adding plants.
Listen, that's hard.
I just
okay?
bought a plant stand actually, so I could add more plants.
All our
Still
plants die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have like a black thumb instead of a green thumb.
Well, it's because you have children. You know what I mean?
even before that though, plants were
well.
just like, I don't really want to grow around you.
Oh no.
You make me want to die.
Well, and now you have you have cats, and now you have a dog. And didn't you guys have a dog or a cat? Or
We don't
something?
talk about the cat.
Oh no.
The cat is no longer with us.
Oh.
Not in that the cat is alive, living on a farm somewhere.
Oh, couldn't behave himself.
Yes.
Tinker.
So yes.
Yeah.
He lasted less than 24 hours in my house.
Yeah.
I was like, I swear you guys had gotten like
We
an animal
did.
like that at some point. Okay, so
So
we
now
won't talk
we're
about
a
that.
child. We're a child only household right now.
Fair,
That's smart.
fair.
Yes.
They also had axolotls at one time too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. And
My kids are obsessed with axolotls.
Oh my gosh, they're the easiest pet ever. Unfortunately, I also had a leopard gecko. He did
Yes.
unfortunately pass away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He went in like the worst way too.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They take a long time to die in case no one knows that.
I did.
In case you're
didn't know
thinking of
that.
purchasing one,
He
just be prepared for this on the back end.
He just really took a lot. And I for a while I was like, is there a way I can like humanely,
Right.
because he was really not doing
No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But you know what? Now we have just our child and we're fine.
Yeah,
That's
So-
enough.
that's all you need.
That's all we need.
Truly.
Exactly. I'm good right now.
Yeah,
Well-
I love that.
Before we get too far into the show, something I always like to ask our guests is there a
Oh, yeah.
particular crime case, something that got you interested in true crime
Yeah.
Oh.
at all? I wouldn't have
I know, it's
asked
a
you on
big
if you
question.
were not interested in true crime, and I know you are.
Gosh.
But when you think about it, was there like
A
one thing that drew
formative-
you in?
That is such an interesting question. I don't know that I've ever thought about it, to be
Right?
honest with
Yeah.
you. That's probably frightening. There probably should be some kind of honestly, I think it's more because like I'm a theater person, and so I don't know that there's like a case, but like Jekyll and Hyde,
Yes.
murdery kind of things has
Sure.
always been
You're a
kind of
theater
my
person?
Yeah.
I'm stealing your friend. She's my friend now. You have to go.
She used to stage. She would stage manage.
Yes.
What?
That's
Yeah.
my major, stage
Yeah.
management, makeup
Oh
design.
my God.
Yeah.
Yes, and actually, like I love haunted houses. I don't like going to them because I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah,
but I will
understandable.
totally like scare the pee out of you. That's
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, so I think that's really where it comes from.
I can see that.
cool.
I can
It's
see
probably more frightening than actually liking a case, probably. I don't know.
that. So more
Very
the
Aquarius of you.
Right. Exactly.
spooky kind of aesthetic of
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
It
Yes.
also
It's
tends to,
deep
like,
in my
hand in
soul,
hand.
you know? Like,
Oh, for sure.
I don't look like a Tim Burton girly, but like, you know,
Oh yeah, you
it's
totally
deeper,
are.
you know?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't look it,
Interesting.
but yeah.
Always the quiet
Interesting.
ones.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I said. Yeah. You're welcome, everybody, for not being a serial killer.
Yeah, literally. Because we'd all be dead.
Right.
That would
So
be
true.
it.
I would not have made it this far.
New world order.
Gone after my roommates.
Literally, yeah. It's a perfect crime. Oh my god.
Oh,
So
boy.
true. We called
Someone's coming after me
we
today.
called 911 often enough that they would have been like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
just another call over
Exactly.
to campus.
The perfect, yes. It's so true.
Oh my
Accurate.
god.
Again,
accurate.
college, am I right?
Am I right?
We
Yeah.
were friends with the EMTs. Let's just put it that
It's
way.
so true. It's
I
so
love
true.
that.
Yeah. Can't believe this is my life sometimes.
Free medical care.
This
That's
is
so
not
nice.
a podcast about colleges.
No.
It is now.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, no. You are very right. And
I wouldn't be able to be on it.
if this is your first time listening, a special hello to you.
Hi.
We are going to head over to the newsroom.
Let's go there.
Fit to breathe, our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad.
All right, so this week our news comes from good old Canada,
Oh,
where there was this interesting case about a dog bite
Oh no.
that I thought you both might enjoy.
Why
So
would I enjoy that?
well, you'll find out, won't you? There's a woman who got her hand bitten by a dog once, who had a claim for $4,862.62 in damages.
Wow.
But her claim was dismissed.
oh.
Do you know any guesses as to why?
Did she bite herself?
No. That's actually a funny guess, though. I do like that. No, so she was walking in the lobby of, like, towards the lobby of her apartment complex,
Okay.
and one of her neighbors was walking out with the dog, and there was a leashed dog that was owned by one of the other tenants of the building that bit her in the hand. So she had this growing pain from this dog bite, went to the hospital. They basically, treated it, gave her
Right.
antibiotics, whatever, sent her home. And she filed this lawsuit to recover damages from the dog bite, which
Okay.
sounds reasonable.
Sounds
Yeah,
legit. Yeah.
honestly.
I would.
I would too.
Yeah. So the court basically said, because it comes down to this question of if the owner is liable because the action that was caused by
Right.
their animal, like
Right,
they
right,
knew
right.
that would happen, or
Yeah.
if they had a reasonable expectation that the animal would not be dangerous. Right. That's kind of what it
Sure.
comes down to.
Okay.
Like, were you being a responsible dog owner or an irresponsible dog owner?
Correct. And because this dog had never bitten anybody before, there was no reasonable expectation of it to be vicious or
Right.
violent. And so in the decision, the judge said every dog is entitled to one bite.
Wow. I mean, I just imagine. I thought you were going to tell me she slapped the dog across the face.
That's what I
No.
was thinking. I was like,
that's
did
right.
she kill the dog or something? Like,
No.
Oh
She just had
my
her claim dismissed,
God.
but they're basically like, we sympathize with you trying to recover damages, but because this animal had never bitten anybody before, there's no reasonable expectation that it would have been violent. So
he got let out for good behavior.
yeah,
He did.
Yeah,
That's-
essentially,
That's hilarious.
Wow.
every dog is entitled to one bite. Is
That
not
is
like
here, folks.
honestly,
part of
that
case law.
feels like the most Canada thing I've ever heard.
It
Yeah.
really does.
Like
The dog
here,
was
they'd be
"I'm
like
sorry."
death row for that dog.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They
But really,
bargained
Wouldn't
for
have
it.
even made it this far.
Exactly.
Like
No.
the cops would have shown up and
Exactly.
That dog
That,
would have
that
been
dog
done.
would have been done. You know,
The dog was like, "I'm just really sorry. I'm sorry," and they're like, "Aw, that's okay."
it's like a cute little like husky or
Oh
something.
my god! Like the
God.
big puppy
Do you know what
eyes.
dog it is?
what kind of dog
okay.
is it?
Let me see. I think it
'Cause-
did say
It's like a cane corso or something. It's like gigantic.
a mini Australian Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I
a
mean,
like-
leashed mini Australian
That's like
Shepherd.
yeah. See,
Sized.
and it was on a leash too. Come on now.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that lady looked at it weird. That's what I think.
Yeah. Fuck.
She was like, she like narrowed her
dog
eyes.
knew.
Yeah, that
She
dog
should be-
felt it.
right. She
What
should
does
be
this lady
banned
do in her
from ever
free
having a
time?
dog. Maybe she
Exactly.
had evil energy.
She
we ever
did.
think of that?
100%.
She was
I mean,
plotting.
it could be.
The dog could
Animals
smell
pick
it.
up on energy
Right.
a lot
really
better
do.
than the rest of us do.
That's
My
true.
dog hates men.
So, well,
She's very intuitive.
You're like,
gotcha.
she's the best.
Yeah. She's very smart.
Oh my God. All right. We're going to move on to Netflix and Kill. This week, we are talking about American Murder, Gabby Petito.
Gabby
Okay.
Petito.
This is on Netflix. It came out a couple weeks ago. A few weeks ago.
I need to
Have
watch
either of you
it.
watched this?
I have not
No, I
watched it.
followed
Okay.
the case really closely when it first came out. but-
Yes.
yes, I do know the case.
Yeah.
Not the. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Continue.
Okay, so this is a case from 2021 when 22-year-old Gabby Petito and her fiance Brian Landry were going on this sort of van life expedition for a while.
Yeah.
And then she went missing and he sort of returned
Without
in
her.
secret without
Yep.
her and didn't say anything. And as the police started getting involved, he was very uncooperative. He then escapes essentially and goes out into the woods and kills himself,
Allegedly.
But yeah, so that's,
Yeah.
and
That's the
they
case.
do obviously they find Gabby Petito deceased. They do
Yep.
find her body. It's a really, really sad case. Then it came to light that there was this domestic violence incident that happened just before this big disappearance, that their relationship was actually not as lovey-dovey as it was portrayed in these YouTube videos and, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a 3-part series on Netflix. I actually really liked this because they use a lot of the footage that she
that's
had
cool.
recorded on their trips and stuff.
That's nice.
I like
which
when
is
they
kind
do
of
that.
nice.
Yeah.
And they had obviously a lot of body cam footage from police encounters, especially the encounters with his parents at his parents' house about the cars and
shit,
him
I'm telling
being
you.
there. And yeah, it's an interesting, I mean, it's nice to have something that has everything in the timeline.
Yeah.
From start to finish and being able to take all of the source material and
Sure.
kind of align
That's a
it.
good thing about these modern cases is it's so you have so much material to draw from. All of
Yeah.
the videos and all of it makes for a good documentary.
Yeah. And she was recording a lot of this van life stuff for
'Cause she was an influencer.
A YouTube channel. Yeah,
Yeah.
She had goals of being this big influencer, travel influencer. So there are a lot of the raw files that have things that were probably going to be edited out and interactions between her
Him being
and
a
Brian
big jerk to her.
and
Right.
Because he's a big jerk.
yeah. And they do have obviously the body cam footage of the domestic incident that happened a few days before this happened
With
where
the
they were
police.
separated.
Where that horrible cop was oh yeah, you're crying, but you probably beat him. Okay, bye. Have a great day.
and sent him to a hotel.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Unbelievable.
So great.
The whole story is just insane to me.
It's so sad.
And the way
She was so young.
she was.
She was 19 or something, wasn't she?
She was 22.
Wow.
super avoidable.
That's completely.
Honestly, she probably should have just pushed him off a cliff.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's have a rewind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
needs
she,
that.
I mean, it clearly was a violent relationship,
Yeah.
an abusive
Sure.
relationship.
Yeah.
But there were also times where she was totally prepared to leave him.
Yeah.
And
He was so controlling.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very sad story. But I would recommend this just because it is kind of the first
Yeah.
that I've seen at least all encompassing about that story because it is very recent.
Yes.
It was, like I said, it was 2021.
Well, there's no question. Yeah, he did it.
Right.
Oh, for
Which is
sure.
also really nice because,
Right.
sometimes we don't always get closure. So
Yeah. So it's
nice
well, at
to
least they
know
know
he did it.
completely.
Yeah.
I agree. Do you either of you put any stock into the theories that he's not really dead? There's this whole thing because all they found of him was teeth. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. I don't know what to think of it because I haven't seen the
he's
evidence.
living off
Yeah.
in the woods, off grid somewhere.
or
in
somewhere.
Mexico or yeah.
Because his parents helped him a lot. They acted really shady. There's a whole thing online saying that they hid him and all this
I don't
stuff.
know.
It's pretty crazy.
I don't think so.
I think he's an idiot.
I think so, too.
I think that hopefully is just teeth.
Yeah, I
and
hope
no
so,
longer
too.
with us.
Yeah.
But like, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it would be crazy if he
it?
wouldn't stay quote unquote dead for long.
That's
because these
true.
people don't. You know what
he's
I
a
mean?
narcissist.
Exactly.
That's the thing too. He's a
Exactly.
major narcissist.
He wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
stay hidden. That's very
No.
Yeah,
true.
if anything, he'd come back and be like, "Oh my gosh, I was kidnapped for all these years." You know what I mean?
Pull a fucking what's her name?
Sherry Papini.
Papini.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That case makes me so mad.
I still don't know why they
Yeah, for what?
they
She has no
do that
evidence or
interview
anything.
thing with her. Have you seen that they're doing that?
No.
On
Oh my
I think it's on
God.
ID, right?
Yeah, it's
They did,
on, like Max, I think.
Yeah. It was like because now she's out of prison, so it was like Sherry Papini in her own words.
Do you know about her?
And she's like, "All of this is just so ridiculous."
She pretended to be kidnapped. Like all
By,
of a
like,
sudden it was
Mexican
this
ladies, she
beautiful
said,
white
yeah.
blonde lady got kidnapped off the street on a jog, and then it turns out she actually made a plan with her ex-boyfriend to like go there and live with him. But then she like was like, okay, now I'm done being kidnapped because now everyone's mad at me. So she like ran naked into the road and was like, help, and
Yeah.
then
Oh
told
my
the police
God.
and like wasted a bunch of time. But it was all her idea.
What an idiot.
And now she has this interview
What
out
is
where
wrong
she's
with
Yeah.
like, you guys don't know the real story.
Yeah.
Oh,
And now
okay.
she's like, no,
I think
these
I read.
people really
Yes,
kidnapped me.
Okay, I think
She claims that they really kidnapped her. The evidence
No,
does
there's
not.
no evidence at all.
point
I
to
actually
that.
I covered her for this podcast.
Yes,
so I
you
did
did.
like a ton. I like hyper focused on it for a while. There is no evidence at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That anything that she says is real.
Yeah.
She's
Accurate.
full of
Anyway,
shit.
that's not what we're talking about.
Anyway.
Because I actually don't even think I'm going to watch that.
I'm not
I don't even
watching
want to
it
give it
either.
any air.
No.
But if you wanted to check out American Murder, Gabby Petito, you can find that on Netflix.
Yes.
Would recommend.
nice.
This is that part of the show where we say content may not be appropriate for all listeners. We are definitely talking about murder.
Muck duck.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Murder.
Oh my God, wrong podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
Like what?
Yeah. I will say mine does have some child murder.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Terrible.
I know that's your favorite thing.
My favorite. Love child murder.
Yeah, but I do want to give that warning. Do you have any specifics?
Definitely a lot of murder. There's some sexual assault.
Okay.
There's some drug abuse. Mine's a little gross.
Yeah.
Mine's a little grody.
But we picked a topic especially for you.
You're gonna love it.
Oh my God.
Because-
I don't know. I'm nervous.
We're talking about crime in Ohio.
Yes. Oh boy. I hope this is a case I've heard of. I hope this is a town I've been to. I'm really excited about it.
Probably.
I'll be like, oh my God, I knew
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah,
Unless it was from like the 1800s. and then
The
I'm not sure.
murderer. You're like, oh my god, my friend.
Right.
So Caitlin is originally from Ohio.
I am.
And we've talked about Ohio.
It's the armpit of the
It
United
is-
States.
Yeah, that's what I've
So
heard.
true.
It really is.
I haven't heard a lot of good things about Ohio.
I mean, it's like
You
I
have
said
to
downstairs,
go,
it's got
you know?
Cedar Point.
I want to
does.
go there,
Cedar Point is awesome.
Yes.
and that's it.
It's got some cool little towns that
It's got
have
the Rock and
murder
Roll
in
Hall
them.
of Fame. Is there?
It does.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
In Cleveland?
It's got amazing
No,
pierogies. Yeah.
Oh, I
in
love
Cleveland.
pierogies.
You know?
Yum.
My parents are there.
Yeah.
Nice,
Your parents are
love
cool.
it.
My grandma's there.
Parents, your grandma's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
The only thing is we've talked about Ohio many times on the podcast and how we feel like it is the armpit of America. A little
is.
bit.
like the Midwestern Florida, I feel.
Here's
Yeah.
what's weird is it's actually like, okay,
That's so
you're on
accurate.
the
Yeah.
you're on the west side of Ohio and you're in Indiana. You go toward the
Okay.
east side and you are on the east coast. I'm sorry, but you are. Like it's Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Like over here, it's like over on the west side, it's like really flat land.
Yeah.
And then you get over to the east side, which is more so where I'm from.
Yeah.
And then that's like hilly lands and like beautiful green things.
Yeah.
You go south.
many
And you are
hills.
in the country. Okay.
Oh,
you are
dear.
in Kentucky. Kentucky, my friends. Okay.
No, thank you. I'm good on
so
Kentucky.
that's the thing about Ohio.
So many
Yes.
different identities in like one area.
Yes.
So interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Weird.
Yes.
And a
but
lot of
also
crime.
a lot of crime to
A
choose
lot of crime.
I could like hear you giggling through the phone.
was like-
when you were like, we're gonna do Ohio because she's from Ohio. I'm like,
I mean,
ooh.
You have to. I should have seen it coming, honestly.
from. Really, truly.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah. Yeah, before I wanted to actually start off with some crime statistics.
Ooh.
Oh boy, in the whole state or like
From
the specific
Ohio.
town?
No,
Oh, God.
just from Ohio generally.
Okay.
So the crime rates there are like not consistent. They are very up, down, up, down,
Really?
up, down.
Sure.
Yes. Very high, but they're like super high highs or very low lows.
The
There's
state
no
has
like
bipolar.
yes,
I
pretty
love that.
much.
Like I said, it's got 3 different areas going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they don't know.
sensing a theme a little
Yes.
bit.
So there was an incident there was actually a 2014 report from the U.S. Department of Justice that found that the Cleveland Police Department had a pattern of excessive force.
Wow.
Including the use of firearms, tasers, fists, and chemical spray that unnecessarily escalated nonviolent situations.
Sounds like every police department.
Wow, this is crazy though because there's no one in the city of Cleveland.
Really?
Do people live
It's just
there?
them versus
Sorry,
us.
everybody.
It's true. It's
I'm
true.
from Ohio. I can say this.
Yes.
I'm from the Cleveland area.
Yes, exactly.
No one really lives there.
I mean,
kinda
who
empty.
lives downtown? I guess they're trying to make it better.
They're trying to
Revitalize a little bit.
revitalize. What is
Yeah.
that?
Gentrification.
Gentrification.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Gross.
Yeah. So this resulted in the city of Cleveland agreeing to a consent decree to revise policies and an independent oversight board, which I do think they have since put in place. Ohio also has the 6th largest prison system in the country.
Oh my god.
Well, we have the space, depending on depending on where you are in the state.
That's accurate.
Texas, who?
Yeah.
Send them to Ohio.
Cleveland also is ranked the #1 most dangerous city in Ohio, according
Wow.
to RioLink. But overall violent crime in the state has gone down.
See, again, I believe
yeah.
that's because there's no one there. So statistically
Everybody
speaking,
left.
that makes sense as to why it would be the most violent.
Honestly, Ohio has been, I mean, we are very much not a political podcast, but Ohio has been doing some things politically at like the state government level that I think has a lot of people leaving.
Sure, yeah. It used to be a very purple state for
Yes.
true, for
Yeah, yeah.
seriously
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Like you could go either way, you could feel completely safe no matter what you believed. Right now, I'm like,
Yeah.
Not so
yeah.
much. Yeah.
Illinois is not looking so bad right now.
right, exactly. Illinois is expensive as shit, but believe me, I am. Here
Yes.
we are.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're happy to have you.
Speaking of actually politics, there was also quite a mob presence in Ohio that a lot of people don't know about, which I always find surprising. There's an absolutely fantastic podcast called Crooked City that's about Youngstown, Ohio, specifically.
Oh God, Youngstown.
And former Congressman Jim Trafficant. Do you know about him?
No.
Crazy. You should listen to this podcast because it's insane. He was a former congressman, but there was a lot of like paying people off
was
and
doing
mob
mob shit?
connections. And it's an insane story. It's an insane story.
Ohio is always trying to be like Illinois and Chicago. Like, just cut it out, guys. You can't be them.
Yeah,
You know?
They just want the mob in Youngstown,
Right.
It's, it was funny because when Wani was moving back to Illinois from Philly, he had stopped in Youngstown.
Oh, God.
to like sleep for the night. He got in a hotel there.
Sure.
And
Terrible
so
idea.
He had messaged me and he goes,
My God.
I stopped in Youngstown and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's like heavy mob action there. And he was
Yeah.
like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm like being very serious.
Yeah.
He's like, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have stayed. I was like,
Are you in a motel or a hotel? Like,
These are important.
do they charge by the hour?
as long as it's like a Marriott, you're probably fine.
Oh
Right.
my god.
No, I was
I'm
like,
glad he's
wait,
still
I've heard
with
of that.
us.
So, Ohio is
They're
quite
sketch.
the
Wow.
But we do have
they're
Swenson's.
eclectic. You have what?
We have Swenson's. So if you haven't had
Swenson's. What is
Swenson's
Swenson's?
is amazing. It's kind of like In-N-Out, but better. Fight me on it. People who love In-N-Out, come after me. I don't care.
I've never heard
It's
of
better.
that.
It's amazing.
Swenson.
Interesting.
I don't remember
Yeah.
that either.
I wish there was a
I-
restaurant that served all of the regional ones.
I have
Yeah.
dreams of like when I renew my vows to like bring their food truck over to Illinois.
Oh,
I don't care how much it costs.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I want the whole thing.
Do it.
That would be
I
a
will.
lot of fun.
So
Do
much fun.
it.
All right, let's get into
Oh boy.
what I've decided to cover today.
Ohio.
I'm very excited about this. So I want to talk about James Urban Rupert and the Easter Sunday Massacre.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yes. It's a lot.
Are you familiar?
I'm not familiar, but I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about where I'm at too.
It's, oh boy, guys. Get ready.
What?
Okay, so born in March 1934, James Urban Rupert grew up in Hamilton, Ohio. Do you know where that's at?
Okay,
I think
is
it's in
that-
the northern part of the state.
Northern. Yeah, like north. Is it northeast?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. He had quite the troubled childhood.
As they do. Well, you grew up in Ohio. What do you want?
I'm sure. He already started out at a disadvantage.
Exactly.
So he grew up knowing he was not wanted by his mom. His mom, whose name is Charity, told him a lot that, like, I wish you were a girl. I wish I would have had a girl instead of you. And he was
so sad.
the second of two. He had an older brother, Leonard Jr.
Girl, just adopt. Adopt a
I mean, it was the
girl
30s.
orphan. Yeah, just get one off the street.
Oh, just to grab it.
Just drive around and find an agreeable orphan.
I'm sure there's one in Cleveland somewhere.
Probably.
Right. Right. Ask the
fine.
mob.
Yes.
Maybe
Ask
they have
the mob.
orphans.
It's true.
The mob did open orphanages.
And they, for the right price,
Yep.
they'd get you any kids.
Yeah, no problem. What, you want a bow on it? No problem.
A bow on it?
Orphans are us.
So yeah, he was the second of two
sucks.
boys, and she'd be like, I wish I had a girl. And would tell him that all the time.
Oh boy.
His dad, Leonard, was not really much better. He had a very violent temper. He also was like not fans of his sons. Like he didn't really like either of them. On the plus side, they didn't have to deal with it very long because he died.
Oh, score.
Yeah. He died when Rupert was 12 and his brother Leonard Jr. was 14. I had to laugh a little bit because I got some of my research from American Hauntings, and as they're talking about Leonard Sr. dying, they just say, quote, he wasn't missed.
Oh my God.
That's what it says on his tombstone.
Yeah, he was
not missed.
Bachalisha.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so they were like no loss. Leonard Jr. sort of took over as the man of the house at 14, also stepping into his father's shoes and endlessly taunting Rupert, also on the regular.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Things became so bad at home that when he was 16, Rupert ran away and attempted to kill himself by hanging himself with a bedsheet, but it was unsuccessful. And so he went back home and continued to live his life.
Yeah, really.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And he would have been, this would have been in his teenage years.
Oh, this
Would I say 16? Yeah.
I'm sure he goes on to do terrible things, but that's very sad.
He does, in fact.
So sad.
Rupert was described as meek and bookish, unremarkable, and quiet.
This is terrible way to like.
Yeah, these are horrible things. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, he was just like, there's like, yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy. He's just kind of a he's just kind of a guy, average guy.
Oh my God.
About the only thing that people really noted was a very obvious resentment towards his brother, Leonard Jr.
I mean, understandable.
He was kind of this like golden child, right? Like,
hate that.
yeah. So this is from American Hauntings, quote, James flunked out of college after 2 years while Leonard earned a degree in electrical engineering and excelled in sports. To make matters worse, Leonard married one of the few girlfriends that James had ever had with whom he had 8 children.
What?
Come on now.
That's great. That's some Jerry Springer shit.
Yeah.
Leonard had a great job with General Electric, where James at age 41 was unemployed and living with his mother, end quote. Ooh. So it was sort of this like...
Oof.
He has the life that I've always wanted. He married the girl that I was in love with.
Yikes.
And has this beautiful family and this great job. And
oh my God.
Wow.
But also that's really shitty to marry your...
Well, absolutely.
Really shitty.
Oh, man.
Like, he must have done it on purpose.
I mean...
Honestly, I'd feel more terrible if this guy wasn't going to end up being like a psycho.
I know. Yeah, true. Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
Just a little
right.
bit.
Like,
that's a good point.
Right. I'd feel worse, except this guy's probably a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you could have just beat your brother up and then that would have been it.
Yeah,
and
like,
then went
come
to
on
therapy.
now. Yeah.
30s therapy.
Yeah. Although
Exactly.
he still has this mom who is like making it very clear that he wasn't wanted as a kid. And they were living together in her
Great.
house.
That can only lead to good things. I'm sure
Right.
it strengthened their relationship.
Oh yeah, they were totally close.
Besties.
Over the years, Rupert developed a drinking problem, and he had these arguments with his mom where a lot of times she was like trying to evict him. She's like, okay, you got to be out by the end of the week or whatever. Like that was the end of the argument. I'm kicking you out of the house.
See, people, this is why we set boundaries with our children.
Yeah,
okay?
for
If you're going
real.
to kick them out, kick them the
You
fuck
gotta
out.
stay there. Yup.
Maybe he wouldn't have murdered people,
Yeah,
Mom.
lady. It's her fault.
Hopefully she didn't get murdered. If she did, I feel bad about it.
Yeah, did she?
Oh,
God.
okay.
Yes.
Well,
Okay, so it's okay. Because she was, I mean, that is
Bring
shitty.
it back,
No,
you know?
it's still shitty. It's not, I mean,
it
it's
is.
not
Still
good,
set
but like,
boundaries.
still shitty.
You don't
yes.
deserve to be murdered, but set boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah, damn it.
There was also this money issue that caused a lot of tension between Rupert and his brother and mom because he had borrowed a bunch of money from both his mother and brother after losing large sums in the 1973 to 74 stock market crash. He like lost a ton of money,
Okay.
had to borrow money, and has not paid it back. Is
Dude, move somewhere
is
else.
also an alcoholic. So like,
God.
Wow.
yes. Yeah. Okay. So in February 1975, Rupert had gone to the store to purchase ammunition and inquired about a silencer for his gun.
Huh. Nothing weird about that.
Yeah, very normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I fire guns, I want it to be real quiet.
But I'm
Yeah.
also like, is there ever a good time to inquire about a silencer for your
No.
weapon?
Also, like
so.
February, I'd be like, lots of questions here. What am I
Right.
shooting in February? There's
Right.
nothing out there.
In
Have you been to
Ohio.
Ohio in February?
It sucks.
It's not deer season, bitch.
No, definitely not.
And you're not shooting them with a silencer.
No.
Right.
No.
Come on now.
That's
He's just
a good
preparing.
point.
Exactly. Prepare. Right.
For the warmer months.
Had he had the internet, he would have been searching. So
Yeah.
this is where, honestly, people.
That's
True.
true. This is
Very true.
75. So
Yeah. Right.
I guess less weird. I don't know.
you
He's
know.
at the library. How do I make murder quieter? I don't want people to hear that I'm
Exactly.
killing people.
I didn't even know they had silencers then. I don't know. I guess it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I don't know how old they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
Who knows? Who knows? Soon after, he was witnessed taking target practice on the banks of the Great Miami River,
Oh, wow.
shooting tin cans with a 22 caliber pistol and rifle.
Okay.
Target practice.
Cool.
So everyone was okay. So we knew about this.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's like, oh, I see that guy.
Wonderful.
That's
Great.
gross.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
is
Totally
it a rural
normal.
area? Where did I say Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Is it more rural?
I mean, yes, is my guess because
Yeah.
of just you know.
Yeah. Because he just like was out in the woods shooting tin cans.
Did he paint his mom and brother's face on the tin cans?
Did not specify, but I could see it.
I mean, I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Rupert's mental health was
Yeah, he's like south. This is like
south.
This is south and west. So this is like near Cincinnati.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
we might as well be in Indiana, like no man's land down there.
Okay. Well, that's a little more forgivable than doing it in like the town square, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, right. Yeah.
Which is a very Ohio thing as well.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
So Rupert's mental health was quickly deteriorating.
Really?
He had
I know.
Bizarre.
Shocker.
years of disappointment and rejection from his own family combined with alcoholism, and he was falling into a depression.
Jeez.
Not great.
Oh, boy.
But he was also a man of routine. So on the evening of March 29th, 1975, he went to the 19th Hole Cocktail Lounge, as he did every night.
That's cute.
For a drink, the name of the
19th
lounge.
Hole.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
cute.
While he was drinking, he spoke with a waitress named Wanda Bishop, who would later say he had complained of his frustrations with his mother and his living situation, saying, quote, he needed to solve the problem.
Okay, Wanda, where were you in all this? Come on now, hun.
She's like, I don't know. I thought he meant move out.
I just make minimum wage.
Literally, I do not get paid enough to ask
I'm
probing
making
questions.
37 cents an hour.
I just listened to him, so he tipped me.
Yes, exactly. I mean, really.
Exactly. Sure, you got to fix the problem. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whatever you say. Yeah.
you have to pay your tab.
He also complained
keep
that
doing
his mom was like, if you can afford to buy all this beer every night, I don't understand how you can't afford to pay rent. And he was
Also,
like,
fair question.
Very fair.
but
this
again,
woman.
boundaries.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Just,
Mom.
you know.
It's always the mom's fault.
So Rupert left the bar around 11 and then came back a little later, and he stayed and closed the bar out until he was there till about 2:30. Goes home. There was also a place where I saw he had talked to the waitress again, and she was like, "Did you like deal with your problem?"
Oh,
and he was
God,
like,
Wanda.
He was like, "No."
Wanda's like, tell me the details.
Yeah.
They didn't have podcasts then. She was so bored.
Right. She really
She had actually talked to people,
You know?
Yeah. So meanwhile, Leonard Jr. and the rest of his family, all 8 children of his,
Dear
which is
God,
insane.
that's so many.
Yeah, that's
It
too
is.
many.
It
you
is.
can't afford that now. That's like,
No,
Yeah, no
definitely
way.
not.
No,
sorry, those of you who have 8 children, I don't know how you're doing it.
they're not listening because they're in church.
That's
Exactly. So Leonard Jr. and the rest of the family, they attended the Easter Vigil Mass that evening. This is the day before Easter.
See, they're in church.
And
why?
got home at about 10:30.
Okay.
Okay.
That's late.
So, well, it's not for
Is it not?
Not for like the evening church services, especially on like
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
have you
midnight
been to a
mass.
mass? Because those things are long.
yeah.
Especially like holiday masses.
I went to a
Yes.
Catholic wedding and that was enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, they're
the
very.
worst.
I went to a Catholic funeral and I was like, man, this is not ending.
Yeah.
Ever.
It
Till
takes
my
forever.
funeral, probably.
Takes forever. I know. I thought like Lutheran
to
sermons
back.
took a long time, and then I had to go to a Catholic mass or something.
Yeah,
so much
nothing
worse.
matches it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah. No, so 10:30 is not actually.
Yeah, I forgot about midnight mass.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Midnight. That
yeah,
makes
exactly.
sense.
But that's more of a. I don't know. Do they do midnight mass for Easter or for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I was just thinking about the show.
Pretty sure it's
Oh,
Christmas.
I'm pretty sure it's Christmas. Yeah. Okay, so the next day on Easter morning, Leonard Jr., his wife Alma, and their 8 children went over to Charity's house, the mom's house, to celebrate the holiday.
That's nice.
There was an Easter egg hunt happening on the lawn.
Cute.
While
cute.
Rupert was sleeping off his hangover upstairs.
Right.
Once they were finished, the family went inside where Charity prepared lunch while the kids played in the living room. Very average holiday.
Yeah, that's a nice family right there.
And Rupert's just upstairs.
The drunk
yeah.
uncle.
Drunkle.
Unbelievable.
Yep, pretty much.
Where's Uncle? What I forgot his name already.
James Urban Rupert.
And that's on having children, everyone.
Uncle, I think he was Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle
actually.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
Oh
Uncle Jimmy.
boy, where's Uncle Jimmy? Well, just sleeping off his hangover.
You know
He's in
him.
his
He's
cups.
tired all the time.
He's tired all the time. Yeah.
Sleepy because he works so hard.
So around 4 p.m.,
Oh boy.
he wakes up from his
Wow.
very long rest. He loads a .357 Magnum, 2 22 caliber handguns, and a rifle.
Oh no.
He goes downstairs to the kitchen where he immediately shoots and kills Leonard Jr., Alma, and Charity. So his brother, sister-in-law, and mom.
Oh my god.
Along with 11-year-old David, 9-year-old Teresa, and 13-year-old Carol.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Rupert then entered the living room where he shot 12-year-old Anne, 17-year-old Leonard III, 16-year-old Michael, 15-year-old Thomas, and 4-year-old John. The entire event took less than 5 minutes, and he had literally killed everybody in the house.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
this is crazy to me, and let me tell you why. Okay, this man had a hangover.
right.
Okay, he woke up, and he was like, "I'm ready to kill people." He didn't brush his teeth. He didn't go to the
Nothing.
bathroom.
He didn't
No.
like quick try
He
to throw up
literally
a
just
little.
like put the gun together and just shot people. That's crazy.
and like that's
Yeah.
so much light and noise.
I
It's probably like
mean-
ouch ouch my head.
yeah.
I mean, maybe, but like, I also think that just the intent in that, like waking up and
That's cool.
I mean,
like,
he
that's
obviously
the moment that
knew.
you're doing it, right?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously knew he was going to do it right then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Like,
going to
there- yeah,
sleep
there's-
this off, and then I'm going to wake up and kill everybody.
Yeah. I agree.
To
I agree.
sustain that rage is like nuts.
But he's been living the rage for 41 years.
That's true.
like
Yeah, but
of
what did the
just
kids do to
constant.
you?
I'm not saying that's an excuse, but
sad.
like
No,
that's
I
just the
mean-
reality of
Yeah.
like
I mean, the kids did
where
nothing.
he was at. Oh no.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, you're going down. Okay, what happened to him?
Yeah.
tell me.
Okay. So
Tell me,
us.
did he shoot himself?
he did not.
They never do.
damn
Never
it.
do.
Spent the next 3 hours alone in the home before he finally called police and told them that there had been a shooting.
Wow.
And then he sat by the front door and he waited for them to arrive.
Yeah.
He just was
Sure.
like, "Yep, here we are." Again, from American Hauntings, quote, the police described the scene as a slaughterhouse. There was so much blood splashed around that it was dripping through the floorboards into the basement.
Ew.
To this day, you can still see the stains on the wood in the basement. It's like the...
I'm sorry. No one's knocked
Removed
this
the
house
floor?
down?
Right.
Ohio.
No, and we will
What the heck?
talk about it later. We will talk about it later.
Oh,
But no, the house is still
no.
there. The house is still there.
Waste of a
Fully.
good house.
You know why? Because Ohio's probably like, this is a historical monument. Like, bitch, it is not. Okay?
The murder house.
Right.
Historical
I mean, they're like,
monument,
oh,
yeah.
it's like so historical. No,
Can you
it's
imagine
not.
they have like the little Easter eggs set up
Oh
still?
my God.
That's so sad.
Sick. Yeah, they just left it.
Yeah. Ew.
No, definitely not. It's been too long. Definitely not.
They just put like fake ones out there.
Yeah. Little, like,
It would
They actually
be a
host
tourist
one
draw.
there every year.
That would be fucked
Disturbing.
up. That would be so
Easter egg
fucked up.
hunt at the historic-
Yeah, I
Unless-
would. You think I'm bringing my kids there? Absolutely not.
Unless it was like a charity thing where...
But he killed Charity.
Wow,
oh my God, Rachel.
that was a mom joke right there.
It was a double mom
Jesus.
joke.
Ew. In total, Rupert fired 44 shots, 40 of which hit. Police theorized Rupert shot multiple times to ensure that nobody escaped.
Wow.
Yes. So there were 11 members of the family that were slaughtered that day. And this was like shocking to the
Whoa.
community.
Sure. Why do they always say that? Small towns are always like, this was a shock to the community. Was it?
Yes. Because a lot of times that's true. I remember shit happening in Marengo and you're like, I kind of can't believe this is happening.
I always believed it in Marengo.
Yeah.
Honestly. I was like, yeah, that would happen.
True.
That makes sense.
True. But they were
Maryland
shocked. And
capital of
especially,
County.
honestly, a lot of it was people who knew him, like friends and neighbors who
Sure.
knew Rupert because he was so mild-mannered and so, bookish,
Again,
unremarkable.
the quiet ones.
It's
Yup.
true. It's
Yup.
true.
That's
Or the super.
I think it's the
crazy.
kids for me that would be the shocking part.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because
The mom, the brother,
like they were
adults who
mean
are
to you.
around.
And
yeah.
I think
It's
just
not
the
an excuse, but-
volume, the fact that it was
Right.
11
Oh,
people.
I mean,
And then
yeah,
he kept
that's-
going.
Yeah.
40 shots is like,
Crazy.
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah. So police arrive. He was immediately arrested, but he refused to answer any questions. He very much made it clear to police that he was planning on pleading insanity. Like,
That's not a very insane thing to do.
yeah.
That seems pretty premeditated.
Again, from American Hauntings, quote, prosecutors believed that he planned to plead insanity and then after being, quote unquote, cured, would be released to inherit a $300,000 inheritance.
I don't think so, sir. I don't think that's going to happen for you.
and honestly, it probably go towards whatever you owed anybody.
Right.
All your bar tabs.
Like your lawyers.
Yeah.
Lawyers
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You're not seeing any of that money.
all your silencers you got.
So he was charged with 11 counts of aggravated homicide.
Okay.
And Rupert's trial began in June 1975 in Hamilton, Ohio, before a 3-judge panel where they found him guilty on all 11 counts and sentenced him to life in prison.
Yeah.
However, there was
Oh
a
my
small
God.
hitch
Oh, no.
that I was like,
Hamilton
This is
police.
kind of
what did you
insane.
do?
How? Okay,
not
yeah.
even.
Oh God. Who was it?
Okay, so the small hitch. Apparently, after rendering the verdict, it seemed to me like it was after rendering the verdict, the judges were unsure if they were required to reach a unanimous verdict or if a majority verdict would have sufficed. So they declared a mistrial
What?
and he had to go to trial again.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
They're just like, we don't know. I'm like,
That is so stupid.
You don't know.
Like, what do you
Did you go
mean?
to school?
Right. Call
I
another
don't
lawyer.
know. I'm
Yeah.
not a lawyer. I don't know.
Right.
well, and that's the thing. All
should
judges are
know.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Like they are. All judges are attorneys.
Well, they needed to get a different one. The one they
agree.
had sucked.
So they went to a second trial. That's what they did.
Crazy.
Went to a second
Okay.
trial.
Well, I mean, he did it. So
They moved.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I don't. And
At
that's the
least
thing.
it's
It's
not
like
a complicated case.
Right.
no,
I mean, he
there's no
obviously did it.
dispute on if he did or did
Right.
not.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think he did admit it to police. He just wasn't answering questions about it.
He's like, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't matter why.
Also,
I
I'm
did it. I just did it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So they have the second trial. It gets moved from Hamilton to Findlay, Ohio.
Okay.
because they determined that it was going to be super difficult for him to get a fair trial in the town where it happened.
Makes sense. There's like 2 people that live there.
Right, exactly.
He killed everybody else.
Exactly. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, half the county.
It's him and Wanda.
That's it. Oh my God, it's so true. Damn.
Wanda's like, it was a shock.
Right. I had no idea what was going to happen.
Although, come to think of it.
Right, he did mention
Weird conversation.
Yeah.
Weird.
So weird. So the second trial begins a month later in July of 1975, again before another three-judge panel.
Okay.
This time, the prosecution offered up evidence of Rupert speaking to Wanda, the cocktail waitress, and saying his problems needed to be solved.
Right.
Along with the witness, there were a couple witnesses who had seen him taking the target practice in the woods like the day before.
Right.
And the questions about the silencer when he went to the store, like,
Oh, yeah.
also he was looking at silencers, by the way.
Right.
Again, the panel found Rupert guilty and he was sentenced to 11 life terms.
Right. Good.
This time, that trial held up, but he still has an appeals process.
Why?
What is there to appeal, dude?
Because everybody is allowed an appeals process.
All right.
Unless you waive it specifically, absolutely you have a right to an appeals process. I know it sucks, but
I get you.
Yeah. There's a reason for rules and all that.
you know me,
bullshit.
fairness in the justice system.
Fairness,
Not
but
all.
he is a scum.
But he did
shouldn't have
absolutely
one.
do this.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, on appeal, Rupert was granted a new trial in 1982
Third trial.
bro.
amidst claims by his defense attorney that his client was guilty by reason of insanity.
Whatever.
Yeah. The defense attorney, his name is Hugh D. Hallbrook, and he was so convinced that Rupert suffered from insanity that he personally funded the psychiatrists and psychologists that he had come in for expert witnesses were all funded by his defense attorney.
Isn't
Yeah,
that like a
okay,
conflict
well-
of interest?
No. Nope.
Because it's his defense attorney.
It's his defense attorney.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's his defense attorney.
Well, I
If
don't
he
like
wants
it.
to fund it, fine. Yeah.
I mean, oh God. All right. I mean, yes, you are insane and you premeditated murder, but
Right.
it's fine.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
It's both. It can be two things.
Right.
It can be two
Why not?
things.
Absolutely.
In July 1982, yet another 3-judge panel found Rupert guilty of first-degree murder in 2 counts in Leonard Jr. and Charity, his brother and his mom,
Okay.
and not guilty by reason of insanity for the other 9.
What?
Which I always find really interesting because obviously in this verdict, there is a choice where it's like, this is where we're drawing the line between premeditated and like,
Yeah.
to me, what this is saying is murdering his brother and his mom is the part that was premeditated.
Sure.
And he
And-
lost it and killed
Yes.
everyone else.
And in the aftermath, he was is insane.
he got the bloodlust.
He lost control for the other 9.
That's really
That's what that
convenient
verdict
for
says.
him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I disagree, but
Yeah.
not with you, obviously.
Right.
with,
Right.
You know,
I'm just
Yeah.
in person. Like that's because it's very rare that you would find
That makes sense, though.
one or the other.
yes.
This is very much the other time that I can think of that makes me think of this is the Derek Chauvin trial.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because he was found not guilty on like the first shot, but the other however many there were, like the other 20 or whatever there
Yeah.
were, he was found guilty on because those were the ones that showed excessive force, right?
Right.
Like,
Which makes sense. That does make
yeah,
sense.
like the
So it's
first
kinda
one
like
was
the opposite
justified
of
and the
that.
rest of them.
Right. I think it's bullshit, but
Yeah.
I understand why.
Yeah.
they would.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a clever legal, I must say.
Yeah.
I
But
hate it, but it's very clever.
he still got 2 life terms.
Oh, good. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's rotting in prison.
Love that.
Yeah. He's, spoiler alert,
he
he's
dead?
dead.
Oh,
he's
thank
dead.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's fully dead.
phew.
I always,
don't worry.
you know,
I'll tell you that now. So he was given a life sentence for each to be served consecutively. So it's at the time that the murders happened. There was a moratorium on capital punishment in the United States. This was 1972 to 76. It had a lot to do with the drug cocktails that states were using, and they had to sort of reevaluate. So not a single state could not do any capital punishment.
Oh, okay.
okay. Did Ohio do capital punishment before that? Do they do it now? I actually don't know.
Ohio okay, so maybe we need to talk about this in a different podcast, but Ohio actually has a bit of a sordid history with
I'm sure it does. Again, 3 states in
capital punishment.
Sure.
Because they did, and then they also had a moratorium because there was a series of executions that went like very awry.
I read about
very awry. So they put on a moratorium to figure that shit out.
Okay.
For a while, and they, I believe, now are currently doing
They do
capital punishment, death penalty.
Because
Yeah.
that was Ohio was the one where the guy like they did like lethal injection. It took like
And he was
10
alive.
minutes.
No, he was alive for like 22, 23 minutes on the table, like struggling to breathe and like
God.
very
That was
clearly
Ohio.
not
That's
a quick
actually-
and painless death.
No,
you know?
that's like terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you have people watching it. They just have to sit there and watch him die.
I mean, that's traumatizing.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, so Ohio has had some
Come on, Ohio.
missteps. And they're not the only state, right? Like, I,
sure.
generally speaking, am anti-death penalty, but one of many reasons is because they have not found a way to make a safe drug cocktail to just, like, effectively kill people painlessly and quickly. Like,
I
that's
think
just
they
not...
need to do like Tony Collette and Hereditary and just piano wire their head off.
Ew.
Because then that's just like, then you're dead.
I know, but still.
Just like real quick.
They'll
They'll be like, here, I'll give you
or
a
just
pre-execution
not. I would just
shave.
prefer
Just
no
like,
death penalty.
Well, no, I
frankly.
agree. I think that would be
prefer
pretty foolproof.
Yeah, that would be the best option, I think.
That movie's gross.
Yeah. No, I love that movie.
I love it too,
so
but
good.
it's gross.
It's so good. Okay, so he couldn't receive the death penalty because of this moratorium. Rupert was sent to prison in Ohio at the age of 48. In June 1995, at the age of 61, he was given a parole hearing, but was denied release.
Oh, thank God.
He'd
Oh my
be
God.
denied another 2 times in 2005 and 2015.
Okay.
They're like, no way.
That's crazy.
At the 2015 hearing, the board released a statement that said, quote, "The board has determined that the inmate is not suitable for release at this time. The inmate has not completed any recommended programming and does not appear to be willing to do so. The inmate's record notes negative institutional conduct. The inmate took the lives of multiple victims. There has been strong community objections to his release. The release of this inmate would not be in the best interest of judgments or of justice." So
Wow.
Well, at
that's
this
good.
point, he's old. He's like, I'm not fucking doing anything. Like,
Yeah, true.
You know,
Yeah.
like imagine like a cranky old, you know, like, but he's a murderer. You know?
Ew.
He's not changing anything.
Right.
yeah.
He'll get out and he'll just murder people.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Right.
And he's old.
Right.
Wrinkly. Ew.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I love that they're like, no, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
The end.
Yes.
We're not letting him out.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like fuck off.
Yep. Exactly. They're like, and also because he's like, I'm not working your program.
Right. It's like you're not even gonna try.
Nah. Yeah. What? I mean, he's getting 3 meals a
Like I
day
said, right. Like
and a housing.
I'm just surprised he keeps appealing.
honestly, like this is like best case scenario for him, to be
Right.
honest.
For real.
Because he would be like in a home somewhere.
And
Yeah,
he's,
pretty much.
making toilet wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
living
He
his
has to pretend Wendy's.
No
for
kids.
Pillows.
Right.
Yeah, no kids. no Easter eggs.
like the highlight of prison. No
right.
kids.
You know, like
You know what? That actually sounds.
It's like vacation, please.
like exactly.
just-
Maybe he's getting letters from people who love killers. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably.
True. Ew.
There. I mean, that's a thing.
That's disgusting.
I know.
That pisses me off.
And he's like old. I just can't get over it.
Yes.
He's
Cool
old.
serial
Yes.
killer.
At the time of that decision by the parole board, the one in 2015, his next parole hearing was for April of 2025, so April of this year.
Oh, wow.
He would have been 91 at the time of that parole hearing. However, in June 2022, Rupert died while incarcerated from natural causes at the age of 88.
Nice.
The Easter Sunday massacre is still the deadliest shooting to be committed by a lone gunman in Ohio
Wow.
Sure.
ever.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about the house, and I included this just
Yeah.
for you guys.
Oh my God.
I love a good
Because you
house.
guys will love this.
Well, yeah.
You will love this. So, all 11 victims of the massacre, they were buried together in Cincinnati.
That's so
Okay.
sad.
A year later, the house where the murders occurred was open to the public, and everything in it was sold at auction.
Oh, hell no.
Ew.
Everything.
I would not be. There's a doll in there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like
Probably.
porcelain dolls.
And you know, a
Holy
ton of it had to be murderabilia people who were
Yep.
like,
Listen, y'all are crazy.
That's disgusting.
I know. I do not like the idea of having that shit in my house.
Oh
me
no,
neither.
that is bad juju.
That's
Okay,
gross.
that is. I'm sorry, but that you are in. Nope.
Yeah, you're gonna have something splashed
Yeah.
with like child blood. You're like, oh, cool.
Oh, and
Yeah,
that would be
right.
the worst thing of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about bringing in ghosts, but like I do
I'm
not need
worried
the bad
about it.
juju. I don't need
No,
the bad
that
juju.
will
Yeah, no, thank
come
you.
after you.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
mess
also
with
just horrible.
Yeah.
Why would you want that?
I don't know.
Okay, so
Put it
they
in a
sold all the
museum,
stuff
I guess.
inside. This does not tell me why this house is still standing.
Yeah, why?
So they sell everything in the house.
Okay.
The house was cleaned and they had carpet
Not well enough.
installed over the rooms where they couldn't get the bloodstains off of the floorboards. They just installed carpet over it. I mean, they cleaned it as best they could, but then they just put carpets over it. It was then rented out to a family who was new to the area and
Oh,
not only had no prior knowledge of the crimes, but they were not informed before moving in.
What?
No.
Which you are
Illegal?
not. It is not illegal, in the state of
Oh,
Ohio.
that's right. It's per
I love Ohio.
state.
Ohio likes
Yeah.
to like bury their shit. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, don't
Just
tell
put
anybody.
carpet over
I mean, when
Right.
every
Don't
house has
tell
a murder
anybody.
in it, are
Yeah.
you really going to disclose each one?
Right.
Wow,
It's like,
that's
So in
horrible.
Ohio, when it comes to real estate, you are not required to disclose, but if somebody asks you, you do have to tell them.
It's like supersizing.
holy shit. Okay,
Yes,
if this
exactly.
doesn't tell everybody listening that you should always ask if someone was murdered and or died in
Yeah.
that house,
Google
you
the
absolutely
house.
should.
Yes.
Like, do your history.
And I do think that
Oh
is
my
very similar in a
God.
lot of states. You're not necessarily required to
Right.
disclose, but if somebody's like did crime or murder or
You
whatever
can't
happened in
lie.
this house, you cannot lie about it.
That makes sense. Oh
Yeah.
my God, this poor family.
So they didn't know. And again, they're not from the area. It didn't even sound like they might have been from the state. So they didn't know this huge thing was happening in Ohio.
Lord.
Oh no.
So
Welcome
they
to
move
Ohio.
in. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right? All bright-eyed and
I was like-
bushy-tailed going to Ohio and they move into a murder house.
Yeah,
Soaked with
they're like,
baby
man,
blood.
up in Chicago, it's terrible up there. We're moving to
So much
Ohio.
crime. So we can
Boom,
be safe.
murder house. Yeah.
Someone do a movie on that.
It does sound like a movie.
It's like Amityville Horror. I mean,
Yes.
So this is again from American Hauntings. Quote, they quickly moved out.
yeah.
Oh my God.
You bet they did.
After leaving the house, they claimed to hear voices and strange noises that they couldn't explain.
Duh.
Lights turned on and off,
Hello?
doors slammed, and thudding footsteps were often heard coming
Eight
down the
kids,
stairs.
are you kidding
end
me?
quote.
Yeah, really? Oh my God. What a
Come on
loud
now.
house.
You are so lucky you only heard a few things.
Yeah, for real.
Just saying.
Ew.
This is a pattern that would repeat sort of a number of times.
Well, yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't learn anything from
People
this.
moving in
Smash
and then
the house
quickly
down.
moving out. You would think so. I mean, they were so quick to demolish John Wayne Gacy's house. They
Right.
would like run that shit over.
Oh, I want to
You
burn
know?
this place to the ground and then rub some sage on it.
Yeah, for real. For real. Salt the earth.
Yeah, like have some
my
kind
God.
of like whatever ritual or something over the ground.
I'm down.
Yeah. And there was a period of time where the home was abandoned. They probably had
Sure.
selling it or whatever. But in 2008, it was bought by a woman named Cinnamon Baker.
Hello.
Of course, that's her name.
I found this interview that she
Wow.
did. And this
Cinnamon.
interview is from 2014. So I think it has changed owners since then. But she did an interview about living in such a well-known murder house with ABC9 WCPO in 2014. She basically said that she didn't know about what had happened in the house until just a few days before they were supposed to close
Oh my god.
on it. But she
No.
also said it did not discourage her from buying the house. And I think this is a very interesting take. She said the home was like any home. It had a history. This one just happened to be a history that everybody knew about.
There's blood in your floors
Okay.
that you can see in the
I mean,
basement.
every house has it. There was a funeral in this house.
You know what?
I know, and it's haunted.
It's not haunted.
Cinnamon sounds a
Really not
little
haunted.
spunky to me.
I
She
love
sounds
her.
like
Yeah.
she.
For sure.
That's going to be my
I'd be
stripper
moving
name.
out.
Yeah.
I would be moving out.
It wasn't until after they moved in that they noticed the blood stains on the floorboards. Because if you went into the basement and looked up on
Yeah,
like the cross
no.
beams, you can still see where the blood stains are that they couldn't get out of the cross beams,
No.
like from
That-
the basement ceiling.
Has no one had the money to redo?
Yeah, just replace
Anything?
the floors. Like, that's
I
crazy.
mean, they put carpet in.
They could have redone the wood. They could have.
That's gotta be expensive to rip up a
We
whole
live
ass floor,
in
though.
2025, the year
Yeah,
of our Lord.
lumber
My
is-
God, like come on now.
Lumber is very expensive, lest we forget COVID.
I'm just saying, like you know,
yeah. No, I hear you.
Just knock
I'm
the
with
dude
you.
spray
out
paint it.
now.
I don't care what you do. Like
Right,
Yeah.
you would think, right? it would
Now,
go through.
I will also say the new owners, like the two previous owners, her and the one before, have said there's been absolutely nothing that has happened at this house. The weirdest thing is that people drive up to the house and take pictures. You know what I mean? Are like driving past the house, like pointing and staring and taking pictures.
I don't
or whatever.
believe you.
I don't
They're
believe
like
them either.
absolutely nothing.
There's literally no way.
No, there is absolutely way because it's not like ghosts. It's not
is.
ghosts. It's not ghosts. Anyway, so that is the
I'm so,
story.
there's absolutely no way that there's nothing terrible that happens in the house because of the bad juju. In
All of the bad energy.
I'm sorry. It's
That's
just like
real.
Maybe. I don't know. But
see, this is where Vicky and I we
Yeah,
are
me
different.
too.
Yeah.
Me and her too.
Because I'm like, nope, there's something bad in that house.
no, I'm sure it's, I mean, maybe there is some bad juju, but it's not ghosts.
Oh my god.
It's just a vibe.
All right, well, we'll see. We're going to Hamilton.
All right. Let's go.
If you don't want to live in Hamilton right now, I don't know what will convince you.
Murder house? That's not
Murder
enough.
house.
Yeah. So that is the story of the Easter Sunday Massacre.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Ew, gross.
Ew, gross.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Time for mine. Ohio, the 17th state. Often called the Buckeye
History
State.
lesson with Rachel.
History. Now we're getting real historical.
Did
up
you
in this
know that
bitch.
Ohio was the 17th state?
I didn't know it was the 17th. I do know it's the Buckeye State, and I
Yeah.
do know that you can eat delicious Buckeyes, which is basically just peanut butter dipped in chocolate. You're welcome.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what- yeah, I love
Yep.
those. Those are
Yes.
so good.
Hell yeah.
Those
Hell
are
yeah.
so yummy.
It's true.
Yes.
Here's a little fun fact. Ohio actually wasn't granted official statehood until 1953.
See, even the
That's
United
pretty,
States
wow, that's
didn't want it.
late.
Isn't that so?
Yeah, that's
Thomas
late.
Jefferson in 1803 had like given the state like the right to do states things,
Yeah.
but he had forgotten to sign the paperwork that's like, this is a state now.
Oh, that's funny.
So until
Sounds like my
Dwight
life.
D. Eisenhower in 1953, he had to like backdraft all the paperwork. So
Okay.
it wasn't actually a state until 1953.
This might be a dumb question, but was Ohio part of the Confederacy or were they part of like the North?
They were part of the North.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But
'Cause they're a border
I
state,
do
right?
believe
Yeah.
that if you go far enough south, I'm sorry, I'm not from Southern Ohio, so don't come after me, okay? I do believe there are possibly still some sundown towns.
Oh, there are.
yeah,
Ohio
probably.
is full
For
of
sure.
sun-
Yeah.
Illinois
There's
too.
more in Illinois than I ever thought there was.
Yeah,
until-
well,
A few.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I wouldn't be
Southern
surprised.
Ohio
It's
is
bad.
but up north, I think. Thank
Yeah.
God, we were a little bit more progressive.
That's-
Although now we're kind of fucked
Yeah,
up.
well,
Well, yeah,
that's
I
fine.
know. For real.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Kill
You just
us.
pretend like that's not happening.
Yeah, I guess he forgot to sign the paperwork, which like maybe
Classic.
there was a good reason
That's
for that.
funny.
Maybe Ohio was never meant to be a state. You know?
He
That'd
was
be crazy.
He got
Just like
possessed
one-
and signed it.
Yeah.
It's just like one little patch of land that's not.
We
It
just
can't
don't
even
go
go to
there.
Canada. It's just like it's too far down.
Just
you know?
leave it.
So
just
true.
leave it. Ohio, seemingly adorable with its nuts and stuff, has also been the birthplace to some pretty freaky folks. Charles Manson was born there.
Yep.
Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
was
of
born there,
course.
and he committed his first murder. I believe he committed more when he
Yeah.
was younger.
Yeah.
They only
Sure.
found the one, but like he lived in the woods.
For sure. For
and, like,
sure.
would take all their bones
Yeah.
out and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think there
I mean,
was
not
probably
counting all the
a few.
animals and shit that he
That too.
like
Dude,
Yeah.
he was
did
gross.
whatever with in the shed in the woods.
And like, so Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer, and even worse, Logan and Jake Paul.
Oh my god.
Ohio.
Oh god.
Disgusting.
They are the worst. They have that reality show now and I'm
horrible.
like nobody asked for that.
They're
Did
the
people
worst
ask for that?
ever.
I
No.
don't think so.
They were so
No.
like cute and charming on
think so.
Vine when they were just like doing flips.
Yeah.
I was like,
Although their
"Aw."
mom is becoming quite the meme,
Is
I
she?
guess. Yeah.
Is
I've
she,
been
like, a
seeing
stage
TikToks
parent?
about it. No, she's just like I think the gist is that she drinks to get through the day and
Oh,
it's like
cute. Oh my god.
I mean they're millionaires now. Like what does she
I
need
should
to
be
do?
famous. The fuck?
I should I agree. I agree.
I
If
would
we could
look
all
really
just be
cute doing
famous,
Life would be really a lot easier.
so much easier. So much
so much
easier.
easier.
So much easier. I would be drunk all the time if those were my kids too. The fuck. Speaking of Charles Manson, although his culty crimes took place in California, not in his birthplace of Ohio, he was actually briefly incarcerated at the Chillicothe. Yeah, thank you. Chillicothe Correctional Institution in Chillicothe, Ohio.
Yeah.
For one of his many burglaries or assaults that he delighted in before his eventual helter-skelter thingy.
Yeah.
This prison, built in 1966, originally as a military camp, is exactly where today's resident resides at this very moment.
Ooh.
We hope. Hasn't there been like a lot of jailbreaks recently? There's
Yes.
that big one in New Orleans with like 6 people.
that
and
was-
then that one
yeah.
with the cop where they let him out.
I was just reading about one. It might have been the New Orleans one, but I can't remember. But the hole that they escaped out of was like, it was like in the wall behind
Yes.
where the toilet should be. And
Yeah.
over it, they wrote like a big smiley face that just said, it was like too easy, LOL, with like an arrow pointing to the hole.
You know, and you don't even want to be like, it's like you're so upset because all these like nuts are out, but you're
Right.
also just like, well, you dum-dums, like,
Yeah.
hello, you kind of
see
let
that,
them out.
and you can't
Right.
help but just give a
Like,
little
come on now.
Like there was a
You know?
TikTok that was super funny because the whole first week that they got out, I was seeing like a ton of memes and everybody being like, yeah, fuck the system. And then someone was like, so I found out that a lot of them are actually like rapists.
Yes.
They're actually like really bad guys. Like I was
Yeah.
hoping it was like tax evasion, but no, they're like real violent criminals. Everyone's like, oh, it's not funny anymore.
I know this is where this is
exactly.
where I'm like, okay, the line between like glorifying this criminal culture
Right.
is so thin because people
Right.
were all on board with like Luigi Mangione.
I still am.
Right? But like and like Gypsy Rose when she got out
Oh,
of prison
do
and
not get me
people
started
like
on her.
making her a big celebrity and I'm like, yo, but like they still murdered people.
Yeah.
The internet culture is so unhealthy.
It's crazy,
It
and everyone
really
loves
is.
like it's they like the fight the man story, but
Right. But it's
exactly
like, you
when
have
they're
to know
like,
the details.
oh, you know, they're like murderers and rapists
Right.
out here, and they're all
Yeah.
really terrible.
right.
Okay,
like you gotta do your
that's a little
research.
different. That's a little
Yeah.
different.
Know who you're
know
supporting.
who you're exactly.
Yeah.
Know who you're
Read a
supporting.
Wikipedia article.
At least in the very
At
least,
least.
a Wikipedia article.
At least.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this guy's space behind his toilet is secure because I do not want him to get out of prison.
Oh, great. He's
love
awesome. Great.
His name is Sean Great.
Great.
Great! He's not great. He's the opposite of great.
Oh, God.
But before we
Okay.
get to him, let's focus on a woman. This woman is known only as Jane Doe.
Okay.
Now, unlike most Jane Does in relation to true crime, I feel, this Jane escaped with her life. She's still alive.
Okay.
I hope she moved the fuck out of Ohio.
I hope so too.
To be honest.
But so they never disclose her name
No.
because
She was minor?
No. I believe she was like 38. But they...
safety.
Yeah, they just
Okay.
never disclosed her identity.
Sure.
Fair.
Which I don't know like exactly why. I don't know if it was just she was like, I don't want none of y'all to tell who I am.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
yep.
Well, that
I
was
mean,
nice of them to
Yeah.
to not like.
Because that
I
is
see Jane Doe, I assume that they've passed away.
yeah, and it's
Sure.
not super common in the U.S. It's more common in like Europe and the UK
Yeah.
for them to go out of the
true.
way to like cover up or not disclose the identities
Yeah.
of the victims.
Even
Even
she went into witness protection or something.
could be.
I don't
Oh.
know. I hope she
Yeah.
did. I hope she had a better life after this.
No, definitely could be.
Sean Great entered our Jane Doe's life through the Ashland Salvation Army Ray and Joan Kroc Corps Community Center.
Well, that is a mouthful.
Which is a mouthful, where the two
Holy
single
moly.
adults would often take walks, play tennis, and socialize with other club members.
Okay, so it was a
It's-
golf club.
It was like Salvation Army.
Oh, okay.
So it seemed
I'm not
like-
gonna lie. I got a little lost in the title.
No, I know. Me too. Me too.
I don't even
was
know.
like,
Where are we?
Jesus.
Are we?
Where?
Are we in Ashland?
Yes.
We're in
Okay.
Ashland.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was like...
That's like a collegey town, right? Because there's
yeah.
a college.
It looked really nice.
Yes.
And the
okay.
program, Salvation Army, I'm not a big fan of, but it seemed like
Right.
it was like a community center, but it seemed like they helped a lot of people who were down on their luck
Okay.
or
Yeah.
like unhoused.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, we can all do activities and we'll feed you lunch.
Okay. Okay.
So the two were friends, with Jane remarking that Sean was like an older brother to her. Sean, however, clearly wanted more and would constantly ask her out or proposition her. And she was like, fuck no. Even though we don't.
Isn't it crazy? Because I do know people like this.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I just need to hound you enough, and then
Men.
Yeah, and then you'll say,
yes,
Terrible.
yes,
just no means no.
Yeah.
yes,
I've gone past that, and I'll just bite you.
Like,
You looked really biteable.
bite and bark.
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
That is true. The only way to get a man who's interested in you away from you is to scare him.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only
like
thing that I found that works.
like it's yeah.
like a crazy person.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like a goblin.
It's you know what? It's
Yeah.
just an occupational hazard when we are so beautiful. You just have to.
That's so nice.
beat 'em
That's
off
very
with a
generous.
stick.
Thanks. Thank
I'm
you.
never generous. I'm only truthful. Ever. She always refused. So a lot of, even though we don't know a lot about Jane Doe, she was said to be very, very, very religious, and very, like, she had firm boundaries, which is good. Like, she refused to give anyone her phone number, and especially
Great.
Sean. A lot of it, even though she was really religious, when they were talking about it, I was like, maybe she was just like, no, I love God. I actually don't want to make out with you.
Oh, like a good excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Use
Did
it.
kind of seem
Absolutely.
Use it.
Like that.
Absolutely.
I'm actually, unfortunately, already married to the Lord.
Yeah.
I
can't
do
possibly.
that. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Saving myself
it's
for
my
Jesus.
religion.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah?
yeah.
It's not you, it's God.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Use that. What
Yeah.
a good,
Right?
yes.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
1000%.
And she was like, no, it's fine. But she continued their friendship, considering him to be harmless.
Oh, boy.
One day on September 11th,
Oh God.
2016,
Oh God.
bad day,
Okay.
the pair decided
Everything
to take
terrible happens on 9/11.
everything. I'm like, girl, stay home. It's not her fault. The pair decided to take a stroll to Sean's house. So again, I don't know. Well, I'll get into that later. I don't know her living situation. A lot of the people who were in this Salvation Army thing were down on their luck or unhoused.
Yeah.
So he said that he had like some clothes to give her, which I would think was weird if they weren't both kind of like down on their luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would a
Sure.
grown man have clothes for you?
Yeah, that's
kind of
very common
Right.
in that situation. Helping each other out and
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, like that's a nice thing to do. Because otherwise I was like, that's weird.
you're right.
You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to make it a little more understandable why she went.
Because why would a
know?
man have clothing
Completely.
for her?
Yeah. And how old was she at this
Like
point?
38.
Okay.
Okay.
Still.
About the same age as him.
Still.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
that
wanted to make
would
it
be
a
super weird
little
if somebody
more-
was like, "Hey, I got some clothes for you in my house.
Well,
Come
that's
with
why
me."
I
I'd be
kind
like,
of thought, like, when
"No,
I
I'm good."
first listened to it, and I don't mean any offense by this, because
No.
it's not her fault.
No,
when I
for
first
sure.
listened to it, I was like, okay, why were you really going there? For
Yeah.
real? Like, for what?
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, well, if they're both kind of down on their luck,
Sure,
and
yeah.
it's like, hey, I have some warm clothes for you or something, then it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
So I was
That
like,
makes
all
sense.
right, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But Sean had other things on his mind, horrible things, and 3 days later, Jane Doe would be recorded on a call to local police begging for her life, her voice pitched down to a whisper to avoid waking up her sleeping attacker.
Oh my God.
You see-
Oh, I had to remember that she survives this at the beginning.
She does.
Okay, I
Yup.
forgot.
Sean
Oh my
had had
God.
enough of Jane's rejection of him, and he was irritated by her setting her healthy boundaries. She was actually, this is so sad. So they went to this house. She was
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is my house. And she was like, I thought you were homeless. Okay, whatever. And she's sitting on the couch, literally reading passages from the Bible. That's how like devout she was. And he came out and said, you're not going anywhere, punched her in the face, and then proceeded to beat and sexually assault her for
my God.
like 2 nights and 3 days.
Holy shit.
Tied her to the bed, tied her
Oh my
in like
God.
weird positions, like bending her leg back and
Yeah.
stuff. He even, this is so sad, this is really gross, he shaved a heart into her like pubic hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
What?
icky.
Yeah, he's a freak.
That's weird.
He's a freak,
That's
dude.
fucking weird.
You know, I'm like, okay, let's say like not justifying anything that
No,
he did
completely.
ever. But like, let's say he like loved her or whatever. This is how you're going to treat her?
For real.
Like, even like the extent that he went through was like that.
I know.
I have no words.
And he completely like, so all of these, this is one, you know, I love interrogation so
Yeah.
much. This is like a big 3-hour like interrogation thing on YouTube. They posted it so you can watch. He tries to justify it so much. He admits to it, and he'll say things like, because there are 2 cops that end up interviewing him. The first one's a guy, and he doesn't get too much out of him. The second lady they brought in, who I'll bring up later, was a lot like nicer to him and like chiller, and he had a really bad relationship with his mom. Like they were very clever bringing her in, so she played him a lot.
This is, I was going to say, there's obviously like some mental something happening,
he is
right?
one
Like
of
there's
the
some
craziest
psychological
people
something.
I've ever talked to. I don't talk.
I called him every night for this story.
Besties.
No,
No, he's like, because he's so convinced like that he's right. Like,
Yeah.
because the first officer had also interviewed Jane. I'm like getting ahead of myself, but like he was like, I've talked to her and she said you did this and that and you had sex with her against her will. And he was like, I actually don't think after the first time that it was against her will because she really enjoyed it.
Oh, fucking
was like,
men.
no.
Fucking men.
The whole
She wouldn't have
time.
had to tie her up if she
Yeah,
enjoyed
right.
it.
And
you
that's
know,
right.
but-
No
I
kidding.
really- and I was like, I actually really like this interrogator because
Yeah.
he just didn't, like, obviously it wasn't effective with Sean's personality. He
Yeah.
needed that, like, motherly energy from the second detective to actually feel comfortable enough to confess. But I was like, I love this first guy because he said he would be like, well, no, because you tied her up and punched her in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
You told her
Like,
she
hello.
couldn't leave.
But that's too rational. Like you're
Yeah.
not
Like,
thinking
Yeah.
rationally
He's
He's not.
past it. It
right.
was like, it's horrible, but it was really interesting hearing him talk and like justify, like, well, no, I mean, I had to do this because she's hiding behind her religion, and that's why she doesn't want to
Yeah,
marry me.
I know what she
does
really
wanna marry-
wants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it wasn't even that far into the
Fucked up. So
investigation, and he
fucked
was
up.
just casually saying, I'm like, you believe that?
Yeah.
You're a fucking nut.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not good.
See, that sounds more like insanity than my guy.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
100%. He's delusional.
Yes.
Completely delusional.
As the kids would say, Delulu.
He
Delulu.
is living in Delulu.
Skibidi
Yeah.
toilet.
Skibidi Toilet, Ohio.
Ohio.
You're welcome, all you
Oh
youngins.
God, please.
I don't know what I just said. Did I swear? I don't know.
No, I
Was
think
that a bad word?
I think it means like something. It's like not great.
Okay.
It's
Well,
not great.
true.
And then
Okay, so-
Ohio on
cool.
top of that is like
Skibidi
Ohio's
Toilet,
like
Ohio?
yeah, it's like the worst thing.
Oh,
I didn't
great.
even know
Yeah.
it meant anything.
Yeah, it does.
Skibidi toilet?
Yeah, I was just like, I thought it was just something they said.
Skibidi
Yeah.
Toilet, Ohio.
I don't know.
That's real. So
I need to ask. We have.
we're
a
of an
friend who's a
age
middle
now.
school teacher,
We are.
and she was like, I hear that all day.
Yes.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're definitely of an age now where I'm like so disconnected from. I get where my parents were coming from for all those years of us using ridiculous slang.
oh yeah, I went to the
very
park
bad.
the other day and I saw graffiti that said "Keep it Sigma." I'm like, does that mean keep it real?
What
Is that
mean?
good?
It does mean keep it real.
It does.
Interesting.
So keep it Sigma, y'all.
It's like we're like looking at hieroglyphs. Like, what could this mean?
Yeah.
What was the spiritual
No,
significance
I was.
of this?
We were explaining something to my friend's like Gen Z brother, and he was like, "Oh my god, you guys are cooked." And I was like, "Is that good?
Is that good?
I don't know.
That's
actually.
It could go either way.
Yeah,
Do you mean
he was
cooked
like, "No,
in
it's
trouble or
not."
like cooked as
yeah,
in
like
cooked?
you cooked.
Yeah, because I think like let him cook.
Right.
Like, ooh, let him
lost
cook.
all our
Yeah. Anyway, okay, we'll move on. We'll move on.
They're all
We
cooking
can move on. They're like, damn, these old women. Get back to the nursing home, Grandma.
from the
I've got
Sorry.
yes.
You need to be gentle with us. So Sean held Jane there at the house for about 3 days, and on September 13th, she was able to steal his phone when he was asleep and courageously called 911.
Nice.
Now, you can actually hear like the full 911 call. Since her identity's been redacted, I didn't really feel comfortable playing it, but you can go online and hear it, and it's crazy. It's a super tense, it's like 20 minutes, super tense phone conversation because she's like being very, very quiet. She's in the same room. He's asleep like 2 feet away. So she's like,
my God.
I don't know, I'm in this fucking house and this house stinks. She's like, I need to get out of here. And I understand, but the operator's like, how tall is he? And she's like, I don't fucking
Does
know.
it fucking
right.
matter, bitch? Just send the police.
Right, like, hurry up. And like, she's completely naked. She's trying to get out of the room. At one point during the phone call, she knocks something like, because it's a hugely messy house. There's just
Yeah.
garbage everywhere. She knocks something over. He wakes up. She has to like stay still. He goes back to sleep. She's trying to get out. She was tied up. She had like kind of freed herself enough that she could go. But like he had punched all the doorknobs out of the doors, so she couldn't get out. Like it was like she was like, oh. I was like,
my
"Ah, no."
God.
And
Oh
like,
my
the police are
gosh.
going to the wrong house. Apparently, the house next door looked identical.
Yeah.
So they were like trying to figure out whose house it was, but I was like, Just go in there.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
It was really like heart pounding.
Yeah.
Very much so. Finally, the police, guided by Jane's detailed directions, swarmed the house, allowing Jane to run to freedom, and once in the house, apprehending Sean Great, who had never woken up. He was just asleep.
Oh my God.
Both of them were completely naked.
Oh my God.
Like in the interrogation video
That's
taken directly after
crazy.
the arrest, he's shirtless. He's just in like some basketball shorts.
Yeah.
Because obviously they didn't want to like arrest him with his wiener out.
Right.
Right.
Ideally.
Right.
No wieners at all.
No
Right.
wieners.
Yes.
No, we don't want to see that.
No, thank you.
No, and I don't.
Right.
No.
No.
Now, if you've listened to this podcast for a while, you'll know that I really enjoy listening to interrogations. That's
Yes.
like a niche for me.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me to watch people try to lie and to watch people like realize that they're in trouble. Bad people. you
Right.
know?
Right.
Right.
And as someone who's watched quite a lot of these videos, I can definitely say Sean Great is one of the strangest people I've ever seen. His energy is so off-putting. He's so weird. Like half the time he talks like a little boy, and then he talks like a man, and he goes back and forth like, no, I didn't do this thing. Well, I kind of did it. And then he'll try to justify it, but his speech pattern is so off.
Do you think it's like a multiple personality thing, or like just that he?
He did get diagnosed with like the very overarching term of personality disorder
Right.
once he was in
Okay.
prison, but
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some DID.
Okay,
For sure.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. I know over the years the
No,
diagnosis
I
and
totally
stuff has
understand.
changed.
Yeah, no. I wasn't trying to correct you. I just
no,
I
you're
was
good.
thinking about that too.
Yeah.
because it does seem
Because also
like
that
kinda
is kind of a
separate.
controversial
Yeah.
diagnosis especially when it comes to
Sure.
violent crime and stuff
I
like
think
that.
people
Like,
misunderstand it.
Yeah.
I think people take it to like a fantasy level, and it's like no, there aren't actually separate people. Like they're not getting possessed like by ghosts.
Sure.
It's just different aspects of the personality. Like I was
Right.
like, I just think people don't really get
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because
Not
that's
that I'm
what it's,
explaining it
especially
well.
when you're talking about changing mannerisms and changing
Right.
speaking patterns. Like
And
that's kind
long
of
portions where you don't
Yeah.
remember where you were at.
right.
Like,
Right. For
I
sure. For
agree.
sure. For sure.
And that comes from trauma, which he had.
Oh, trauma.
Oh,
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah, he
love trauma.
clearly did not have any issues with women at all.
Oh, totally
ever.
normal.
Right.
Great
Yeah.
relationship with his mom.
Absolutely.
Who's a lovely lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't go into it a lot.
Loves
because mom was
women.
a big piece of shit. Yeah, not a feminist. No.
Yeah.
Back at the police station, while Jane was at the hospital with them beginning to tend to her many wounds, she was really fucked up.
yeah.
The detective begins to question Sean about Jane and his disgusting actions towards her. Sean takes a bit of prodding, but eventually, and especially when the detective switched, in the face of overwhelming evidence, he admits to sexually assaulting, violating, physically assaulting, and kidnapping Jane Doe. The detective is sort of patient and thorough, and you can see, like, when this is still the male detective, you can see that he's sort of like, this is pretty open and shut.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You rescue a naked, bleeding woman from an abandoned house. She points and says, "Yep, that's the guy," and now he's pretty much confessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slap a bow on it, it's done.
Yeah.
But the interrogator had no idea what other secrets Sean was about to divulge.
Oh my God.
I'm
As
not
the
ready.
interrogation proceeded, so he didn't know, like, so he had connections with, because there were police and like investigators investigating the abandoned house. Like, oh, we'll get some DNA and just make sure and whatever. So they were just like, oh yeah, well, we just have to collect some evidence. It's not like a huge deal. It turned out, like I said, the house was abandoned. It did not belong to Sean. He had just been squatting there. It had electricity, but no water. It had been like abandoned for a little while. So he'd been squatting there for a couple of months.
Oh, jeez.
Right away, entering the house was difficult because it was in massive disrepair. Massive piles of clothes and garbage. Super
Like a
hoarder.
hoarder, yeah.
very much hoarder. There's pictures of it online. They're disgusting. Very, very bad. And they started to notice, they were like, it really smells in here. That's probably all of the garbage.
Yeah.
And some of the more experienced cops were like, no,
Oh,
I think we better look in all the
God.
rooms.
Oh, no.
They went up to the second floor and they opened one of the closets because they saw like flies on the outside.
Oh, no.
Elizabeth Griffith had been reported missing a couple of months previously. She was also a member of the Salvation Army Center where Sean and Jane had met. She was a bright, lively, musical person who unfortunately suffered from a lot of mental health conditions. She had paranoid schizophrenia, so she had a lot of people like looking out for her was the positive. She had, because she'd been to mental health facilities before. She had like, I don't know what to call it. I keep thinking probation officer, but it's not exactly the same. It's like someone in the mental health field who's like checking out.
Sure, like a counselor type.
Yeah, something
deal.
like that. And like she
Okay.
did have a therapist who called who was like, she's not showing up. Something's been a little weird with her behavior. But they were all really concerned about her because like in the last photos taken of her, she had had an episode with her schizophrenia and she had like lit her head on fire.
Oh,
so she had no hair.
Yeah,
It was like all shaved. Yeah, poor thing. And she was actively trying to get help.
Sure.
She's improving herself and everybody who met her was like, she's just such a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Super, super nice. But so when she stopped showing up at the center, people immediately started to worry. In the interrogation, Sean actually brought her up and said something about Elizabeth.
You idiot.
The detective. Right.
Come on, no one.
Stupid.
Did anybody ask you?
No.
No one asked you.
I
so
know.
shut the fuck up.
Right. Right.
Come on now.
So the investigator, this was still the male investigator, wasn't from the area, but he was like, wait, Elizabeth, because Jane Doe had brought her up too. Like separately. It's not known like why she brought her up because her interviews aren't public, but I'm guessing it's one of those like, oh my God, I need to stop going to this fucking center because all of a sudden this girl's missing and now this guy at the center who I thought was my friend kidnapped me and assaulted me. So I bet it was something like that.
Yeah.
Or if she was like, maybe this area is going bad or something. So he was like, Elizabeth, who's Elizabeth? Why are you both bringing up Elizabeth? That is so weird.
Right.
After a few weak denials, Sean eventually said, quote, I set her free.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Elizabeth's body was located
like
in
that.
a second floor closet. She was decomposed, her remains half-heartedly covered with more piles of clothes and garbage. And she wasn't the only one. Downstairs in the cold, dank basement lay the body of Stacy Hicks.
Ooh.
So there's 2 bodies in this house.
Jeez.
What?
Stacy, this story really messed me up because this poor lady just had nothing. Stacy wasn't from the area. She had some troubles with drugs. I believe she was in her 40s or 50s.
Okay.
And she was kind of passing through the area to make a new start. And it was raining and her car broke down.
Yeah.
Luckily, she was right by a gas station. She was like, okay, I guess I'll walk there. And who should be there but this young, handsome man who's like, oh my God, I'm really good at cars. I can help you with your car.
No.
He helped her. They went into the gas station together, fixed the car. And again, it's a small area, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
And,
it is. Yeah.
The gas station attendant was like, oh, isn't that nice? You know, so there were no red flags for her. She was like, this is so nice. He helped
Sure.
fix her car. They got to chatting. He's like, hey, you want to hang out? And she's like, sure. And that was it.
Oh, poor woman.
You know what disturbs me about this also is like at first, now again, not justifying anything that he did.
Sure.
But when it was like one and it's like Jane Doe and he's like, because I loved her and all this
Right.
bullshit, I'm like, all right, it's just one. Okay, no. Now we've got like,
Yeah.
so now you're like,
And I'm not done.
oh God.
I got more paragraphs.
Oh my God. Lucky us.
Oh boy.
I know. Imagine being those cops, or harder yet, imagine being poor Jane. Turns out, through her own bravery and cunning, Jane had escaped a full-blown serial killer.
Yeah.
So she probably figured, this is a guy I know, and like, again, I don't agree with this, but like, imagine what she must have been thinking. She's like, this guy went nuts. Like, this is my
That's
normal
exactly.
friend,
That's
and
what I'm
he's
saying. That's
lost.
what I was thinking.
See, this is
Until there were
exactly-
bodies.
I have gotten into so many discussions with people, friends of mine, people I work with, where they are like, I know my partner so well.
You never know anyone well
No,
enough.
absolutely.
Nope.
Everybody, I would know if they were a serial killer
how many
doing some
people say
crazy
that
shit.
and are dead now?
I know. And I'm always like, you would never know.
No.
If they were good, you would never fucking know.
wouldn't.
They're like, I don't believe you. And I'm like,
That's
No.
the thing.
It's like when you were talking about the dog at the beginning. I'm like, but do we really know that dog's not going to bite anybody? Because your dog can
Right.
turn.
No.
Yes.
Your dog
That's what
can
people say.
turn.
It's human nature to say
Yeah.
that, like,
Right.
because we're so vulnerable. I feel.
Yeah.
It's like we have to have that comfort. Like, well, I know everyone that I'm around, but it's like there are a lot of dead people who would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. You can't think like a serial killer because you're not a serial killer. So
Exactly.
I
I mean,
notice that.
Exactly.
there's people
Well, I'm
that
not.
we knew in high school and in college and stuff that have done some very
Yeah.
surprising, shocking things
Yep.
that are people that I thought I knew pretty
Absolutely.
fucking well.
Yep.
Yup.
You know what I mean? So I always
Yep.
hate that argument.
Me
That's
too.
like,
Yeah.
It's very
do you really know
egotistical.
people? Yeah.
But I think people do it to like comfort themselves. But it's like,
Yeah.
well, you never know until
And
you
it's
know.
not your
Right.
fault that someone you
No.
knew was a serial killer.
Right.
It's not your
Right.
fault.
Again, you're
Right.
not that
No
type
one's
of
like-
person, so
Yes.
you can't predict that kind of behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you question like, oh, well, how could you not know that you were living with a serial killer? Bitch, because they were normal at home.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
They're chameleons.
Like, come on now.
and
like,
everyone, like after this came out, there were people. His own mother was like, well, I mean, she said something like, well, he's handsome, but the devil's handsome too. It's like, that's your
Oh,
son, girl. But like, a
she
lot of
knew.
people were like,
Yeah.
that was so nice. Like, he
She
seems
probably knew
normal.
early that
She-
that shit
she
was
knew
gonna
in the
happen.
womb.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
created it.
Yeah,
So,
right,
I mean,
right.
Well, you know.
in the
Oh
womb, she
my
knew.
God.
The
Yes.
reason that Sean, so when in the interview, both with the male interrogator and the female interrogator, because he like would like kind of confess to the male interrogator. As soon as they found the body, they were like, we're switching interrogators.
Yeah.
Because like this isn't working that well. We want information faster. He presumed that they already knew. So
Yeah.
he kind of thought the male detective was like jerking him around. Like, where's Elizabeth? He's like, don't you know where she is? You have to know already because you guys are at the house.
Yeah.
So he was like, why are you asking
Again,
me?
you dumb dumb.
Right, right. He was kind of like looking at him like,
That's one of those moments where you're like, oh.
oh, Elizabeth.
I don't know. Elizabeth who? I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah. You said, I didn't say Elizabeth. You said Elizabeth.
You said it.
You did, weirdo.
Remember that?
Something
play it back.
that helped his confession, or rather someone, was Detective Kim Mager, who was brought in to try to get more information from Sean. Her approach to him was almost motherly, gentle but firm, and it worked wonders because Sean continued to divulge disgusting details, not just about Jane, Elizabeth, or Stacy, but about further victims.
Oh boy.
Candace Cunningham had actually dated Sean Great, and when she had moved to Mansfield, Ohio for a fresh start after some troubles with drugs, they lived together in an abandoned house, not the same one,
Different house.
different house. This
Okay.
was in like they showed pictures of it after, and it looked like just a house in the woods. Like it looked like
Sure.
it had been abandoned for a long time.
Okay.
One day, allegedly, after an altercation, Sean killed her by choking her to death, and then he threw her body into the nearby woods. Insultingly, during the interrogation, again, this guy is just like, he's like, yeah, I did that, but it was because she did this and that. It's like, no, you don't kill people, Sean. Sean.
Yeah.
Sean Great.
Yeah, Sean great. Sean not so great. He said that he killed Candace because she attacked him. When you look at pictures of her, she is so small. Like, I know, listen, whatever. I know that
You knew
domestic
what I was
violence
gonna say.
against men
Yeah,
happens. I
yeah.
know, but she's tiny to the point of being frail.
Yeah.
She had little bird bone arms.
Well, you
Very,
said
very
she
small.
had a drug problem that she
Yes.
was recovering
Sure.
from. Yeah. So
And if she attacked him, honestly, there was probably a good reason, Sean.
Right,
Because I don't give
Sean.
a about you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
Sean.
why are
Yes.
you living in this abandoned house in the woods?
Exactly.
Rent me an apartment. I'm
Yeah,
your
literally.
Be a man.
Yes.
Literally.
It did seem there's always this like undercurrent in all of these stories about that seem like they kind of involve people who are using drugs. Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if he was a drug user or if he was just preying on like people.
Yeah, but
who
he
perceived
had
as,
to
like,
know that he was
weaker.
going after this vulnerable, like that is
Completely.
a prime vulnerable population.
Exactly. So I don't know.
Did
if
he ever get into like why he did it or like what caused him to do it?
With
like
each one, it was kind of like, so with Candace, he said like, oh, I lived with her and she was such a bitch. And he said in the
Okay.
morning, she woke him up by throwing a bag of tobacco at him and was like, roll me a cigarette. He was like, you woke me up to roll you a cigarette, which I don't smoke cigarettes, but it sounds like something I would do to my husband. I'd be like, make me a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
My
Right.
husband. And then he killed her.
So it sounds more of like a control issue. Like
it's exactly
I can't
a control
control the
issue.
women, but it's
Yes.
their fault
Right.
because they're not letting me control them.
because at first before
Right.
we got to Candace, I was like, okay, well maybe it's some like vigilante shit where he's
Right.
just kind of like, well, you know, like they're on drugs and I'm saving them.
That's part of a lot of the other ones is
Okay.
like when they ask about Elizabeth, who was the one who had paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah.
She was obviously very vulnerable. And they were
Sure.
like, what happened? And he ended up kind of implying that she like came on to him and he wasn't attracted to her. And then he started being like, well, I'm this like amazing person and I could tell she was hurting and she told me she wanted me to kill her. So I did.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
You're welcome. And he would say things where it was like almost like
Yeah.
him realizing, because he was like, well, I started choking her and then she got really upset. So like she went over there and was really mad, and then I had to kill her because she was going to tell people. So his like awareness of what's going on is so.
It's not a rational justification.
No, not at all.
For any of that.
none of it.
The one who what was her was that Stacy, the girl that he killed where he helped her with her car.
Yeah,
Stacy.
Stace, yeah.
He didn't know her. They didn't know each other.
Sure.
She agreed to come back to his house, which again, I'm not dishing on Stacy. She was supposedly sober, but I'm like, was he like, I have drugs at the house?
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not going to go to
Right.
some random guy's house for no reason.
Yeah.
And if she went, hey, have a good time, girl. You
Sure.
know, that's okay. Go
Sure.
have fun.
Sure.
But it didn't work
Right.
out that way. He had said, because the woman detective was like, okay, you know what? Did she piss you off? Did she come on to you? And he says that he had sex with her, which again, it's like, did she want to do that?
Right.
I don't know. And then he was like, well, she exposed herself. I knew that she was a liar. And she's like, why do you think that she was a liar? And he's like, because at the gas station, I know that she's one of those girls who uses sugar daddies. She was like, how the hell, you met her for like 5 minutes. How would you know that? And he's
Yeah.
like, well, she said something to this guy at the gas station, was like, hey, you know, you got me, whatever. And so I knew that she had sugar daddies. It was totally a comment
Delulu.
that he misinterpreted. Right.
Yeah.
He was
Because I
like-
can't tell you. I don't want to. But the gas station stuff in Marengo, you become regulars. You see the same people up there all the time. You get a bit of a banter or whatever. Like, that's not that unusual.
All of her, she had children, and everyone was like, she was so friendly. She would like, it wouldn't be unusual for her to go with someone and think that they were friends.
Yeah.
So he totally misinterpreted. He also had a big problem with people who were receiving government assistance. A lot of his victims were receiving government assistance. And it's like, Sean, you live in an abandoned house.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You
Like,
have no
who are
home.
you to judge?
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, Sean.
I'm like, you go to the
Exactly.
community shelter to get food. You're not that different than they are.
Right.
I've been on
Wild.
WIC. There's nothing wrong with being on government
Right,
assistance. I'm like,
no.
why are you being a bitch? So he did have, when you said like vigilante, he did kind of have that outlook that would kind of come and go, where he was like, well, that he had this whole quote about like, well, they're already dead because the system's supporting them. Which it's like, what is the system for then?
I do think that is probably, my guess would be like an after the fact thing, to again justify,
Right.
Like, yes, maybe I did do these things, but what do you care? Because
Right.
really, I'm just helping.
I'm just cleansing the streets. And it's
Right,
like,
right,
but
right.
You're also homeless.
Yeah, yeah,
What are you talking about?
yeah.
Whatever.
Fucking wild. That's wild.
What a weird dude.
He ended
Yeah.
up getting convicted of 5 murders. There was another one where there was a young girl who he thought scammed his mom, which, like, why do you care? Because she abused you.
Right.
Whatever, girl.
Weird. You know what? Weird relationship with women.
Weird relationship with women.
Yeah.
And he would just, it was like he would commit a crime and then he would just go somewhere else. In the
Sure.
abandoned house, he ended up, when he took Candace out to the woods, her body, he burned the house down. Those are all the pictures I saw where I was like, oh, it's so weird. It doesn't even have like a driveway. Like, it's just because it had been overgrown and everything. So he was just like burning my problems.
Yeah.
Oh, fire. Now I don't have
Wow.
problems.
See, and I feel like in his mind, he's like, I want to respect women, and I have no idea how.
Yeah.
In like a very
'cause
fucked
he- I
could
up
see that.
way.
I
I
could
think
see
you're
that.
right, because he was very
like-
like, I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah.
That whole fucking thing.
Even like dealing with like the female interrogator, like,
Yeah.
you know, like she was like motherly.
Completely.
And so it's like I think in his mind he is.
Yes.
Right.
I think so too.
He's not right in the
Completely
mind.
delusional.
Right.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
But he thinks that he's this like
That's-
wonderful guy.
Yeah. That totally makes
Crazy to me.
sense.
Super crazy.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend checking out the interrogation if you have the stomach for it. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But he says some pretty fucking disgusting things.
Wild.
Pretty disgusting. He was indicted on on 23 counts.
Okay.
Which there were like some lesser charges that were like tampering with evidence, breaking and entering for being in the house, burglary, blah blah blah.
Right.
He pled not guilty. Well, his attorney pled not guilty like for him, but he confessed to the press to all 5 murders. Which, like, why are you talking to the press, idiot? Idiot.
Yeah.
His attorneys filed. Of course, they tried not guilty by reason of insanity, but they were
Sure.
like,
Sure.
I disagree. They
I
were
mean,
like, "Nuh-uh."
again, yes and.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, he's talking to the press the whole time. He's talking to the news. He's giving all of these confessions. So much so that his attorneys filed for a gag order on him. His own attorneys were like, actually, shut the fuck up. Because you
See, this guy's
my God.
So
Yeah.
stop it.
Which,
Shut
to be
up.
honest, is also like a covering their ass thing because you don't want to be accused
Absolutely.
of not properly representing your client, but like it
Yeah.
becomes very hard to
It's like, he
properly
did not do
represent
this.
when he's
actually turn on ABC because he just fucking said he did.
right.
And they're like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
sorry.
because honestly, if they didn't,
Yeah.
or if he did not stop and they didn't put a gag order on him, they would have had every right to fire him as
Absolutely.
a client.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like pretty clever.
Yep.
I actually felt pretty sorry for the attorneys. I was like, that's kind of sucked.
Yeah.
To have
We're trying to
represent
help
someone
you.
like
Like,
Yeah.
They ended up, they did, because of the claims of insanity, they did like a whole, evaluation
Yeah.
on him, and they were like, he's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
not insane legally.
Sure.
Like, he
Yes.
knows the difference between right and wrong. He knows what he did was wrong. He fucking did it anyway. So they withdrew that. We're like, oh, just kidding. Okay, we'll just go forward. And he ended up pleading guilty.
Okay.
So he had two separate trials. The first trial, fucking legalese, he pled guilty, showed no remorse. He pled guilty to the murders against Stacy Stanley and Elizabeth Griffith. So that was
Okay.
the first one. He was sentenced to death. The initial execution date was supposed to be September 13th, 2018.
Okay.
But because there was an appeal, they had it pending, so he was just like hanging out on death row. And then there was a new trial for Rebecca Lacey and Candace Cunningham.
Okay.
And then he was sentenced to life in prison without parole for Lacey, and then 17 years to life for the other ones.
Okay.
And for all of these, he would plead guilty.
Yeah.
He would appeal against the death sentence, which he would lose. But with Ohio, again, being kind of like iffy on it, he is still on death row, hanging out. He was actually scheduled to be executed on March 19th of this year. But because of all his appeals, and again, because of Ohio being like kind of fucky with all the execution stuff, he is still there.
Well, and right now it's a big problem of getting the drugs that they need to get and having ones that are getting ready to expire. And there are questions about whether the current cocktail is the most effective.
Are ethical, right?
Yeah.
This was kind of interesting. This is a quote from this website. Ohio no longer uses lethal injection, but the state law does not currently permit any other method.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, we don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
So he's still sitting in prison.
Yeah.
And that's the story of fucking Sean Great.
That's crazy.
oh
Doesn't
my
he suck?
God. He sucks.
That
sucks.
sucks. Yeah, he
He's
sucks.
terrible.
He
Yes.
sucks. I'm surprised that they did not get him any sort of insanity plea on any of those because that it seems more. I'm not saying that he was, but like
No,
it seems
I agree.
more likely in that
I'm
case than it did in
surprised, too.
mine.
I think it honestly is because he kept talking to the press. It's
Yeah.
because he talked so much.
Stop
His
talking.
interrogation is so long. He had multiple interrogations, and then he's giving interviews to the press. I think that they could no longer, like, they were just like, all right,
yeah.
Yeah. You just, yeah.
like, you're obviously not insane.
Wild.
Yeah. Yep.
Wild.
Yep.
Wow. Did you know there were so many horrible people in Ohio?
I mean, I did, but these ones I hadn't heard of. So
Awful. Awful. Well, before you decide to take a vacation in Ohio, why don't you check out this podcast?
Hello, this is Margot P.
And this is Margot D. And we are the Margos.
We are the Margos, co-hosts of the Book versus Movie podcast. We are the podcast that talks about films that are adapted from books. We read the book, we watch the movie, and then we decide which we like better, the book or the movie.
Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Duh, the book is always better than the movie. To which we always reply, have you ever read Jaws?
Read Jaws? We are not film experts or literary geniuses.
Nope, we're just two friends who like to chat about books and movies.
We really like to go for a deep dive into the history of the book and the background of the author and the trivia from the movie set.
And most of all, we just like to have fun, so we never take ourselves or the books or movies too seriously.
You can find us wherever you sign up for your podcast under the name Book versus Movie.
And on social media, you can find us at Book versus and Movies. You just spell it all out.
Hope you check us out soon.
All right, folks. That has been our show, our episode.
Yes.
On lovely Ohio.
It was so nice having you,
Yeah.
even though
Oh
you're
my
from
gosh, I love
Ohio.
it.
Thank you so
Don't
much for
forget
coming
to.
on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
So fun.
absolutely. So, in real life, you are a doula.
Yes. I do
Yes.
not, hang out with murderers or
No.
things like that.
No.
No, I actually hang out with people who are bringing life into the world.
Crazy. That's insane.
So, I'm a birth doula, postpartum doula for my company Esco Birth and Family. So,
yeah. I would trust you with my children if I had
thank you.
any.
I
I will
work
trust you with my children.
I work in like the Chicagoland area,
Yeah.
western suburbs.
So cool.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
people wanted to check you out, where's the best place to find you?
Oh man, that's really terrible because my website is down right
I know.
now.
I was just thinking about that because I saw the post about it going down.
yeah,
I was
Just
like, well,
favorite the website
Yeah.
and check it out a little bit.
yeah.
Esco_birth and family on Instagram. You
Okay.
can also look me up on Facebook. Too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Check her
definitely check it out.
if you're having a baby.
For sure.
Yes.
I have realized after talking to you how the importance of having a doula and
Absolutely.
why
Yes.
people should consider it.
Absolutely.
I wish I'd had
I
one.
mean, birth can really.
Birth can really fuck you up.
It really can. I mean, really, another podcast. Will be done on birth and all that. So.
yeah.
Messy business.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Should just call the podcast Messy Business.
Oh my God,
man.
cute.
That'd be good. Anyway, yes. So definitely check Caitlin out on all of those things.
Check her
Do you have any final thoughts before we
I'm not going to Ohio.
close out?
I'll be there later this summer.
Like, unfortunately, you kind of have to go.
Yeah, my parents are there. Yes.
Lame.
It's okay, but you know to be careful. You
Yes,
know
I do.
where to avoid the serial killers.
Exactly.
All right. Well, our sound and editing is by Tiff Fullman. Our music is by Jason Zakshevsky, the Enigma. Woo. This has been the Bad Taste Crime Podcast. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Drives along the highway.
It was as if a wave of evil washed over this town.
We are all evil in some form or another.